We are very happy to be joined on the Milford Informer this week by Catherine Pizzacani. She's from Project Smile, a great local nonprofit organization here in the area based out of Hopedale, correct?
Correct.
So first of all, Catherine, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Project Smile, it's been just a great organization in the area now for going into your second decade now, 14 years in total. It's amazing the success that you've had over the years. But for people who are tuned in who haven't heard of Project Smile before, talk a little bit about sort of your vision and how you first got this group started.
Yeah, sure. So we're a nonprofit and we help children who are victims of traumatic events. And we partner with police and fire departments, Department of Children and Families, and homeless shelters. And we donate stuffed animals and books and coloring books and crayons for children. And so the goal is that anytime an emergency responder has an interaction with a child who's been through a traumatic situation, they have a little stuffed animal to give them so the child can hold on to it and bring some comfort to them and take some of that fear and anxiety out of the situation. It's a really scary time for children. And it's also for kids that are going into foster care. There's over 7,000 children just in Massachusetts every year that go into foster care. So our goal is to donate stuffed animals. When the kids are taken out of the home, a lot of them have nothing with them.
Sure.
Yeah, and so it's another scary time for children. And so our goal is to give them a little stuffed animal, have a book, coloring book, crayons, and something to kind of help them through that really hard time.
It's amazing. It's such a small gesture, but you can imagine just in that moment with things being so scary and so traumatic, to just have that little opportunity to make a child feel a little bit better. I mean, it seems small, but I'm sure it has a huge impact on the child.
It definitely does. Yeah, it's amazing. We get feedback from the emergency responders and how the difference it matters, like when they give out the items. And we've heard actually from a couple of families whose children received stuffed animals, and they let us know that it made such an impact. And yeah, it's really important.
That's great. And so you started this in 2003, and this was your vision from the beginning. And now being here 14 years into this program, how have you seen things grow? How have you seen the success of this program in what you've been doing?
Yeah, it's grown so much. When we first started, I was actually working in a school department. I was running an after-school program for children, and I was looking for something for the kids to do coming up to the holiday time. And so I was in the supermarket, and I saw, I was actually a cover of the New York Post, and they had a photo of these four boys that had been four brothers, and they had been starved by their adoptive parents. And it was horrific. It was so bad. It was like shocking as you're walking by and you look, and my God, what is that? So I bought the paper, I took it to work, and I read the article. One of the boys was 14 years old, and he weighed 40 pounds, which, I mean, that's horrific.
Wow.
Yeah, and the article was saying that when the police came to take the children out of the home, one of the officers had a little stuffed animal, and he kept it in his cruiser to give to a child, and he gave it to the little boy, and the little kid wouldn't let it go. He was clinging to it, and it really comforted him. And so I read the article, and I thought, oh, it'd be great to have a program up here for police to have stuffed animals to give to children. And not necessarily like the most extreme situations, but all the daily things that happen with car accidents, domestic violence situations, abuse situations, all the stuff that goes on every single day. And that was where it started. We did a stuffed animal drive, and then it just took off from there. And that was 2003, and then we expanded eventually a few years later to work with fire departments, and then we added on stuffed coloring books and crayons. And then we donate other items as well, and as needed basis. Then we expanded in 2008 to work with DCF and then shelters a couple years later.
It's tremendous, and also recently you've launched an elder care program as well. So sort of along those same lines, but giving comfort to seniors entering assisted living or nursing home situations. So
right.
a great opportunity to continue to build on the work that you've already been doing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're trying to reach out to as many people as possible that are in need. We're actually very happy to celebrate working with our 200th department. Wow. Which is pretty amazing. It was we did a bunch of donations to some towns in Western Massachusetts. It was our 200th donation, so not 200 donation, our 200 department to donate to.
Oh,
that was exciting.
That's great. Congratulations on the success, and again, a lot of hard work for you over these last 14 years. And aside from all the work that you've been doing directly for Project Smile, you've been also working with a group called Smiling Stiletto Shoe Club, and this will be relevant to sort of the main topic at hand that we want to get to in a moment. But talk a little bit about Smiling Stiletto Shoe Club and how you've sort of used that to also continue to benefit Project Smile.
Right. So Smiling Stiletto Shoe Club is a social organization, and it's for people, mostly women, that love shoes and fashion, and we would get together on a relatively monthly basis and and have cocktail parties events in the greater Boston area. And the goal was for people to put on girls to put on their cute shoes that they have in their closet, but they don't really have anywhere to wear them to, and go out, hang out with some other people that love shoes and fashion, and mingle. We would do a pink carpet competition where girls would be able to walk the pink carpet and have win prizes for the best shoes of the night. And I was actually a member of the group for quite a few years, and the lady that started it, she moved away, and I took over running the shoe club. And then it's been great because we've been able to help support Project Smile events and through the shoe club as well.
Well, that's really fun. And so if you are one of those people who have a knack for fashion, then certainly the fundraising event that you have coming up is certainly going to be up a lot of people's alley. It's called the Strut and Sip, a night of wine and fashion. Talk a little bit about this event.
Oh my God, I am so excited for this event. So I love fashion shows. We just did one actually at the Hilton in Woburn during Boston Fashion Week a couple of days ago. And so we're super psyched for this event because it's one of these events that if I read about it, I'd be like, oh, I want to go to this. So we're doing a fashion show, and we have a bunch of different clothing vendors. We have a bridal boutique, Clever Bride boutique in Holliston. We have LuLaRoe, Zena Bauman. We have Ruby Ribbon with Cheryl Reed. And then we have W by Worth, which makes like really awesome like professional clothing for women. And so they're all, and the coolest thing is that we have women from the community that are modeling. So it's not necessarily like, the typical model look. So it's like, but it's like, the idea was that every woman has their inner model. And so we're bringing like women from the community that like live or work in the area, and they're getting dressed up, getting their hair and makeup done, putting on these cute outfits, and we're having a fashion show. It's at the Crystal Room, Friday, October 20th in Milford. And then we're also doing a wine tasting. It's Julio's Liquors from Westboro. They're bringing wine, and everybody gets to sample some great wine. And we do an amazing live and silent auction too.
Well, that's terrific. And so, again, there's a little something for everybody at this event. Obviously, the women out there or the men who enjoy a good fashion show, there's certainly going to be some great entertainment there, but terrific wine, refreshments there, and then also we have to get to the silent and live auction. And again, anyone who is at all familiar with Milford events knows Dick Ferrucci. You have Dick Ferrucci as your MC auctioneer for this event, so that's going to be fantastic, and some really great prizes there as well.
Yeah, we have. So I love Dick. I mean, he is just like the most amazing person. How he does these auctions, it's like so phenomenal. So he's working his magic with the live auction, and we have Caitlin Flint from NBC 10 Boston is hosting the fashion show portion
terrific.
of the evening. Yeah. Oh my God. So we have something for everybody here. We have amazing like autographed Red Sox, Patriots, Bruins, Celtics items. We have JetBlue tickets, 2 round-trip tickets, go anywhere the JetBlue flies. We have Disney World passes. We have a really cool thing. It's Good Morning America, and it's a behind-the-scenes like VIP experience. So you would go to like the live broadcast of the show, and you get to watch it from basically like on the set, and then you get to meet the anchors. You get a little tour. It's a pretty cool thing that you wouldn't really be able to do otherwise at all. So we have movie tickets, golf, lots of restaurant gift cards. So you can basically do all your Christmas shopping and help out Project Smile at the same time.
That's really terrific. There's some absolutely excellent prizes there. You really don't want to miss it. So again, the Strut and Sip, a night of wine and fashion. It's coming up on Friday, October 20th, right at the Crystal Room on Cedar Street, so very close by, right here in Milford. So certainly an event worth checking out. And for people looking to purchase tickets for the event, pretty convenient to go right onto your website, projectsmile.org, and they can find out all the information they need there.
Yep, it's right there. Tickets are only $25, very affordable, and they can get them in advance. We only have limited space, so please get your tickets ahead of time.
Okay, so again, it's coming up on October 20th. That's a Friday night, so make sure if you're watching this, you've got about a week to get those tickets. They're flying off the shelf, so make sure you get those tickets as soon as possible. It's going to be a terrific event. And so again, all that information is on projectsmile.org. There's a lot of great information there on the website. It's a very comprehensive website. You can learn a lot about the organization, but most importantly, you have a real convenient donation tab right there on the website. And so folks who want to get involved and help donate some items to, again, you can't forget about just the important work and how much this means to children in need, that these first responders, police, firefighters, paramedics can have these things on hand to just help brighten a child's day in a really difficult situation. So anyone who wants to get involved and donate there, it's a pretty easy process on the website, correct?
Yeah, definitely. And we're always looking for help, whether it's volunteers wanting to get involved, if people wanting to hold collections for us, starting a local chapter. getting involved with events. I mean, there's so many ways to be involved, so we're always happy to have help.
Well, that's great. So again, I encourage you to visit projectsmile.org, get all the information you need on there, help with donations, and also, again, make sure you grab your tickets now for the Strut and Sip, a night of wine and fashion. It's going to be a great time. I'm sure you're looking forward to it, and a lot of community members looking forward to it too. Catherine, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
This is Milford TV News and Sports Director Tim Coet. Make sure you check out new editions of the Milford Informer every Friday at 7:30 p.m. or during one of our 8 convenient re-air times throughout the weekend. You can also find individual news stories as well as full archived editions on our YouTube page, My Milford TV. If you live in the greater Milford area and have an idea for a news story, you can tweet at us using the handle @Milford_TV, or you can contact me directly by sending an email to news@milfordtv.net.